Yankees 3, Dodgers 0. Image Ronald Torreyes, who started at shortstop, unsuccessfully tried to turn a double play in the 6th inning after forcing out the Dodgers' Justin Turner at second base. CreditCreditRich Schultz, Getty ImagesThe grind of a long season leaves its mark in many ways, some visible and some unseen. So, with the Yankees nearing mid-September, and with each game precious as they hunt for a playoff berth, manager Joe Girardi faced a difficult decision. The Yankees had lost 2 consecutive games heading into Tuesday, but center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury looked in Girardi's eyes as if he were dragging, and shortstop Didi Gregorius, one of the team linchpins all season, was still nursing tender ribs and a sore forearm, the result of getting hit by pitches. And so, in a game Girardi called one of the most important of the season, Ellsbury and Gregorius began on the bench, where the restorative powers of a few innings of extra rest seemed to work wonders. Ellsbury and Gregorius came off the bench to hit back-to-back homers in the 7th inning, helping to support Sabathia's stout pitching and carry the Yankees to a much-needed 3-0 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Yankees are 2 games behind Baltimore and Toronto, who occupy the 2 wildcard berths, and they closed to within 4 games behind Boston, which leads the American League East. The Yankees will travel to Boston for a 4-game series starting Thursday. After ripping off a season-high 7 consecutive victories, the Yankees seemed to be settling into a funk in recent days, scoring just 2 runs Sunday in a loss to Tampa Bay and 2 again Monday in a loss to the Dodgers. On Tuesday, the rookie left-hander Julio Urias and 3 relievers had kept them scoreless until the 7th, with 1 batter out. It was then that Ellsbury, often accused of failing to live up to his 7-year, $153 million contract, smacked a belt-high, full-count breaking ball from Ross Stripling into the second deck in right field. Ellsbury, who entered when right fielder Aaron Judge left in the 5th inning with a strained oblique, had fallen behind by 0-2 and fouled off 3 pitches before hitting Stripling's 9th pitch into the seats. With it, he not only gave the Yankees the lead, he brought life to a ballpark that had been as somnambulant as their fence the last 3 days. With many of the boisterous Dodgers fans who had transformed the stadium into Chavez Ravine East in the series opener having departed, chants of "Let's go, Yankees" gathered momentum. The fans seemed to quiet only until Gregorius, who had been 3 for 34, followed with a home run off Stripling, another drive into the right field seats. Brett Gardner nearly made it 3 in a row, but his towering fly ball was caught on the warning track. An inning later, Gary Sanchez hit another home run to right field, this one off Jesse Chavez. The late power surge made a winner of reliever Adam Warren, but Sabathia, who was awarded a heavyweight belt, a new totem for the player of the game, did most of the heavy lifting. On the few occasions Sabathia did feel threatened, he took care of matters himself. He struck out Yasiel Puig to end the 1st inning with a runner at 3rd, and he struck out Rob Saguedin with a runner at 3rd to end the 2nd, both on changeups. Nobody else reached scoring position. Though Ellsbury had hit 4 home runs in his last 21 games, a relative power surge, Girardi noticed that Ellsbury has been particularly robust in the last month when given a brief respite. Twice he responded from a day off with multiple hits, and when he last sat at the start of a game, Sept. 4 at Baltimore, Ellsbury responded the next day with 3 hits. Rest is helpful at this point in the season, Girardi said. We've seen a couple times when we've given Jacoby a day off, he's been really good the next day and goes on a pretty good streak. The topic is a fraught one because Girardi also benched him last season in the wildcard game in order to open a lineup spot for Chris Young, a better hitter against left-handers. Girardi said that there was no tension between Ellsbury and him over that episode, though Ellsbury fumed at the time, and that he had informed Ellsbury on Friday that he would not be in the lineup on Tuesday. Would I like to run him out there 162 games? Girardi asked. Absolutely. But that's not the world we live in, finding rest days for Ellsbury or Gardner, especially in a face of a stretch of left-handers. The Yankees will face Clayton Kershaw on Wednesday, and 3 left-handers against the Red Sox is likely to become more challenging with Judge's injury. Judge was injured taking a mighty cut at a 2-0 letter-high changeup from Torreyes in the 4th inning. Chase Headley, running at first base, saw Judge wince and signaled for time as a trainer and Girardi came out to examine Judge. He told them he was fine and remained at the plate, eventually walking to load the bases. But after Ronald Torreyes grounded out to end the inning, Judge was removed from the game. Judge will undergo a magnetic resonance imaging test to determine the severity of the injury. Girardi expected him to be out for some time, since the injury usually takes a minimum of 2 weeks to heal. "It's tough," said Judge, who has never encountered a similar injury. "Nobody ever wants to deal with an injury, especially now. We're in a race right now, we've got a good team and we want to keep rolling." A version of this article appears in print on page B13 of the New York edition with the headline, "Yankees prevail with stars on mound and, more so, off the bench." Order reprints today's paper. Subscribe.